In a previous post and video, we created Handy Timer, which is a simple timer that just counts the number of seconds and displays them in the sky. So for example, we can start it. And yes, it is counting. We can stop it. We can, okay, there it stopped. We can, whoops. We can change what it's counting by. Oh, I need to reset it. And when it's reset back to 0, I can then change it to count by some other number of seconds. This is going to count by 5 seconds. Waiting for 5 seconds. Oh, I forgot to say go. I'm always doing that. Waiting for 5, waiting for 5. There it is, 5 seconds, and the next one will be 10. But I don't think we'll wait for that. We'll just stop it. And we're gonna move to a new place. There, a new place. Now today what we want to do, instead of those chat commands where I have to keep doing this and doing that and messing up my screen, I want to use blocks on the screen as buttons to control the go, stop, and reset. So let's look at the code. This is the code that I finished with when I did Handy Timer. The guts of it is a forever loop. There's an on start which sets things up, including the sunflower. Now, why do I have a sunflower? Well, it's because a sunflower always faces east. And since my seconds counter is going to be towards the east, I don't want to be looking all over the sky to try to find it. If I look the same way as the sunflower, there it is. And and you saw me operate the move me, which just moves me out about 100 blocks to the east so that I have a nice clean place. And it replaces the sunflower, and it does a reset just to be sure that everything is back to copacetic. Okay, now, if we're going, so here are the 4 chat commands: stop, reset, go. And delta. And delta we can't do with buttons because it has an argument. But these 3, which are the most commonly used commands on any timer, I can do with buttons. To do them with buttons, first thing I need to do is have some buttons. And we're going to make a function called, notice how original this is, place buttons. And I need 3 place gadgets. Okay, place. And I want them to be red. I'll have them all be concrete, but I'm going to have them be different colors. Red, yellow, and green. I'll use this lime green so I can tell the difference between it and the grass easily. Now, where do I want them? Well, I want them same level as my feet, so that would mean I would leave this, the y coordinate here in the middle, I would leave it 0. I want them to be immediately in line with me from, immediately in line with me in terms of the east and the north and south. That's towards my left and right. I want them to all be on the same level. So I'm going to put them 2 out in front of me. And this one I want to be to my left, which would be -1 or 1 block to the north. I want this one to be 0 because it's going to be right in front of me. And I want this to be 1 because it'll be 1 block to my south. Now I use 2 here, which is the same place as I put the sunflower. So I'm going to move these sunflowers to be at 3. I've considered placing the sunflower in the place blocks, but I haven't quite decided to do that yet. Would I have to change the name of it to place blocks and sunflower? Nah. Okay, I think it's always a good idea just to see if that works. Okay, I think I forgot to do something, which is place blocks on start. Of course, I have to do that. So right there, I'm going to place the blocks. And I'm going to place blocks in Move Me also, since again, we're starting up. It's going to be sort of like the OnStart. It's an initialization when you move to a new location. Now let's see if it, there they are, blocks. Okay, I want to go. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. Oh, I have to have some events defined. So let's just do that. So under blocks, there is a onBroken event. So we want onBroken red. And we want an onBroken yellow. And an onBroken green. Okay, now what do we want to happen? Well, when the block is broken, we want what happens in this chat command associated with it, like this one, to be done. So I could run an on chat command, which is under the player down here, run chat command. The trouble with that is it's just not quite as neat as making these things into a function. There's also this slightly troublesome thing, which I don't think would affect us here. Well, it's actually not. It can be a good feature, but it's the fact that chat commands, they get launched and it does not wait until they finish to launch the next command. As I said, I think that would be okay here, but I really prefer when it's reasonable to actually not use them unless I know that I'm wanting to do that. Okay, so I want to do stop as a function. And in the function, I'm going to do exactly what I did in stop. Now, I guess you see the next thing I need to do. On the do stop, I'm going to call do stop there. And I'm going to call, well, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh, well. And call do stop there. Okay, now I have 2 places that call the same function because they do the same thing. Now, on the yellow block, the reset block, we're going to do much the same thing. We're going to make a function called doReset. Oh, okay, let's see. Well, there is a function called doReset. And sure enough, that will serve my purposes. So we're going to put do reset right there. Now when you break the block, I'm thinking about whether or not this needs to be done, this test needs to be done in the function or in the on-chat reset. I think it needs to be done in the function because it should always be done. So instead of calling this here, I'm going to put this code there. Then I wouldn't need to call the reset. So all of this code then goes there. Similar thing on the go command. I want a function. Sort of wish this function thing would pop up where you're looking instead of always at the top. Okay, so then we just copy this code here, and then we call the function from the two places, just like we did in the do stop. Now there's one more thing. Do you know what it is? There's one more thing we need to do. What is it? What is it? Okay, well, I would pretty much always stop and test things here. So let's just see if this will start the counter. Yep, started the counter. And will that stop the counter? Yep, started the counter, stopped the counter. But, and then I reset the time, reset it. Okay, reset it. But look, the buttons are gone. I'm not sure why this one keeps coming back. Oops, it didn't. That must have been a... Don't know what happened earlier. Okay, don't remember actually. I'm old, give me a break. Okay, so now we know what's wrong. We needed to place the buttons again. Place the buttons. So anytime we the button's broken, we also want to replace it. And I think I'll do it the first thing because the reason is because the user wants to see that button back as soon as possible. In fact, they'd probably really pretty much rather it not go away. Okay, so now I have replaced the buttons. So let's go test it again. Let's move me so I'll be in a nice, clean, pretty place. And where are my buttons? Ah, there they are. They just took a little while to get there. Okay, let's go. My block came back. It's running. I'll stop it. Button came back. It's now stopped. Notice sometimes it's kind of in the middle of printing and it's going to finish that before it actually stops. Then I'm going to reset. Block came back. At that point, I can change the delta, which I have to do like this because it has a parameter or an argument. So it's now I have to start it, and it's going to now count by threes. Okay, stop it. So that is how to use blocks as buttons. I like using blocks as buttons. Then I don't have to go to that really awful command screen that wipes out, makes all my world look dull and gray. Thank you. I hope you enjoy blocks as buttons. Bye.